Hey y'all, my name is Hannah Beebe. I'm the Research and Instruction Librarian at the Valley City State University Library. This video tutorial will introduce scholarly sources and explain how to use the VCSU Library website, as well as our collection of databases in your research. This video has subtitles and has been recorded with accessibility in mind. If you need further accommodations, please contact me, and I will do my best to assist. When talking about research, we usually divide sources into what we call scholarly sources and popular sources. A scholarly source is typically created by and for academic audiences, while popular sources are written with general audiences in mind. One of the most common types of scholarly source is the peer-reviewed journal article. The peer review process requires an article to be read and approved by several experts in the field before being published. Examples of scholarly sources include academic journal articles and some heavily researched nonfiction books. Examples of popular sources may include news or magazine articles, blog posts, or websites. When deciding if a source is scholarly or popular, ask the following questions. Who published the source? Is the article marked as peer-reviewed? If it's a book, is the author known and well respected in their field? Who is the source written for? And most importantly, perhaps, does the source include a references or bibliography section? There are plenty of reasons why it's important to use scholarly sources for academic research. One reason is the quality of the resource. Scholarly sources, especially peer reviewed sources, are typically held to a higher standard than popular sources, since they require research to be cited and put an emphasis on accuracy. Using scholarly sources also gives your work further credibility. Academic writing requires you as an author to back up any claims you make with research. Citing scholarly sources adds rationale to the writing and research you put together. In school, you're usually required to use scholarly sources, especially peer-reviewed sources, for your research. Meeting these requirements show your abilities to follow directions and understand the research process, both of which are important skills. Now that you're familiar with scholarly sources, let's talk about using the VCSU Library website for finding and accessing sources. This is the library homepage. All of our resources can be accessed from here. The first tool I'm going to show off is the advanced search function for locating materials. The fastest way to access advanced search is to find the link underneath the search bar on the library homepage that says Advanced Search. Advanced searching opens a variety of research pathways. Today, we'll focus on finding ebooks available through VCSU. When you're on the advanced search page, there's an option to log into your library account, which lets you save search results and use interlibrary loan. The search filters portion of the advanced search page lets you type in your search terms. If you know the title of the ebook you're interested in, you can change the Any Field drop-down menu to say Title. If there's an author you're looking for, you can also set it to say author or creator. If you're looking for ebooks based on certain keywords, leave the search as any field and enter your keyword. For my search, I'm going to put education as my first term and technology as my second term. The right side of the search menu has options for filtering results by material type, language, and creation date. For the material type, we'll choose books and we'll set the language to English. Depending on the parameters of your research, you may need to limit your search by creation date. If I want a book that was published in the last 10 years, I could put my start date as 2015. The end date will autofill as 9999 if left blank, which is completely fine and will not affect your results. Click on the search button on the bottom right of the menu to run your search. On the right side of the results page, there's a set of menus titled Tweak Your Results. Because we specifically want to look at ebooks, we'll choose the Available Online option under Availability. The subject menu provides system-wide subject options for limiting your topic further. Perhaps my research is focused on educational technology. I can click on the checkbox by Educational Technology, then select Apply Filters to get my narrowed down results. Once I find a book that I'm interested in, clicking on it will take me to the catalog entry for that source. There is a View Online section with links to databases that offer full text availability of the ebook. If you are off campus, clicking the link will likely ask you to log in using your NDUS information. I will show you what that login page looks like towards the end of this video. Let's jump back to the library website. The library website is home to a collection of research guides, which are located on the Research Help Guides page under Research and Assignments. There are 4 types of research guides: guides by course, guides by subject, using the library, and special topics. We'll look at a subject guide a little bit later, but for now, we're going to use the Databases and Searching Tips Research Guide, in particular, the Databases 101 page, as a visual aid. When looking for journal articles, the most effective search strategy is to use one of our databases. Databases are collections of resources put together by discipline, subject, material type, or sometimes just by the vendor that owns the sources. When thinking about research options, I like to picture a funnel. Search engines like Google or Bing sit at the widest part of the funnel because they offer the largest number of results with the least customization. The search bar on the library homepage comes next because it is also a really broad search, but it is narrowed to everything that the library has to offer. Using advanced search, like I showed you for the ebooks, is narrower than basic search because it gives you more customization options, even though you're still looking at all of the library resources. Databases are at the narrowest point of the funnel because you can find the most specific results with the highest level of search customization. There are 2 main ways to find databases that are accessible through VCSU. The first is the Databases A to Z list. This is a complete list of VCSU databases. If you know the specific database you want, you can use the letters listed along the top of the page to narrow down the list of databases by first letter. You can also use the search tool to look at databases by subject, vendor, or material type. The other way to choose a database is to visit a subject guide for your topic. These subject guides are put together with the goal of providing access to relevant materials in each subject area. For this video, we're going to look at the Technology Education Guide. Once I choose my guide, it will take me to a welcome page for that research guide. From this point, I'm going to go to the Find Sources page using the tabs on the left side menu, and from there, I will select Articles and scroll down until I find the databases. Every subject guide has a collection of databases, which are organized in alphabetical order and have brief descriptions about their contents. The way a database looks differs based on the vendor who owns that database. Since many of the databases listed on the Tech Ed Guide are owned by EBSCO, we're going to look at Academic Search Premier, which is a database that covers a wide range of disciplines. Upon launching the database, you'll see there's a basic search bar and an array of filtering options. I always like to open Advanced Search using the link under the search bar because I find it easier to construct my searches that way. I'm going to use the terms educational technology and classroom as my search terms, if I can spell. Under the Search Modes and Expanders section, I will not mess with any of the settings. The Apply Equivalent Subjects option just provides a little more leeway with the search terms that we use. Under the Limit Your Results section, I'll first check off the peer-reviewed box. This limits my results to articles from peer-reviewed journals only. If you're doing last-minute research, you can also choose the full text option. Selecting full text will only bring up results that have the entire text available through this database. Sometimes it's nice to leave this option turned off because you find some really interesting sources that are available through different databases if you just search the library website. But for now, I'll go ahead and check that box for the sake of our example. Under the publication date section, I'm going to put the start year as 2015 again. I'm going to choose periodical as my publication type, article as my document type, and English as my language. You can see there's plenty of options for each of these filters. Then I'll run my search using the search button on the bottom right side of the page. Once you've run the search, you'll notice the number of results listed at the top of the page. EBSCO databases have their result refining options on the left side of your screen. You can adjust your filters as much as you need from this area. There are options to adjust the information that you entered during your search, such as the creation date. The most useful filter on this sidebar, at least in my opinion, is the subject thesaurus term option. Thesaurus terms are phrases used by the database to define different subjects of the articles. Using a thesaurus term to narrow down your results can be helpful when you find one that aligns very closely with your topic. Once you find an article you're interested in reading, go ahead and click on it. You can see that the full text is available here in HTML or PDF formats. The availability of full text may depend on the article. Along the right side of the article, there is a collection of helpful tools for saving or keeping track of your articles. You can save your articles to Google Drive or OneDrive, or even email them to yourself. If you want to save the link to the article for later, use the permalink, which is located towards the bottom of that list of tools. The permalink makes sure that you will get directly back to the article you need later on. We're almost through the video. I just want to show you two more things. As I mentioned before, when you use library resources from off campus, you need to log in. This easy proxy is what the login will look like, no matter which digital resource you try and use while off campus. Make sure to click on the option for VCSU students, faculty, and staff. Clicking the NDUS login button will bring you to a sign-in for your portal. Log in using your first name dot last name and password. The last thing is the Ask a Librarian page, which you can find under the Research and Assignments tab on the library website. This page is a collection of all of my contact information. There's a link to send me an email, as well as a link to schedule an appointment with me. Appointments can be held over Teams, so distant students can take advantage of this service as well as in-person students. If you happen to be in the Valley City area, you're also welcome to drop by the reference desk. You're also always welcome to send me a chat or give me a call via Microsoft Teams, or if our library live chat is available, you can send me a message there. Thank you for watching. I hope that you found this video helpful in some way, shape, or form. Bye-bye!